guys, I'm back in my usual place, my sort of favourite place. I've just got out of the van. I've just noticed a strange thing here. There's what appear to be saplings planted. They would have been planted and protected by these plastic tubes. The tubes are all staked into the ground. As you can see there are two spindly trees that have been snapped into the X formation there. Now they grew there, those two, snapped into a sort of coincidental X. All the trees in the tubes are dead anyway. Why they were planted there, I've no idea. It seems like a bizarre place to plant saplings under sort of a lot of other existing trees. The little leans that you can see there don't appear to have grown there. They look like they've been brought in and lent there. There's a birch pushed over there that you can see, and I just thought it was a strange little thing. That's another lean there that you can see. Its fork is against that growing tree, so that long one there. So there seems to be a lot of leans and strangeness there. Anyway, I'll let you know what else, if anything, I find today. This is the first of hopefully a few other things. I'll let you know. Cheers. Okay, I'm going to do a voice recording over this part of the video. Basically, the wind was so bad in this part of the wood that that's all you could hear on the recording. You could barely hear my voice, so I'm just going to talk through this one. This is just a structure, fairly sort of typical structure that I'm sure you're all fairly familiar with seeing. Now, the reason why I've included this clip is simply because in a minute I pan up the tree and the face recognition software on the camera comes in, and I've noticed this happen with other cameras before. There's no face in the frame, but yet the face recognition software picks something up. It comes up with that orange square. Now, in the frame at the moment, in the crook, if you like, of the tree on the left of the centre main trunk, there's the facial, the face recognition software is picking up something, and it could be just the branches beyond in the distance that it seems to be recognising as a face. But I just thought I'd leave this in and see if anybody else can see anything in there. And in a moment, that square, that orange square, disappears from the crook on the left and is now centre frame in that gap between the two upright trunks. I thought it was a bit weird. I just thought I'd leave it in, just on the off chance that somebody can see something. So please comment if anything jumps out at you. Thanks a lot. Okay, I've just come up two paths. First path I was about to turn down, back to a glyph that I came across on my last visit. There were two branches put across the path, which I've just taken to mean don't go that way. I've gone up a different path, turned off that path and come up a rise, more branches across the path, kind of laid out in a funnel. So I've moved through that funnel, just sort of following a rough direction, and it sort of brought me out of this big beech tree. At the bottom of the beech tree there's a little grouping of twigs there, group of 3. The larger twig is actually kind of wedged in there. It is sort of wedged into the bark, so it's tight, it's got some resistance, so I don't feel that that could have fallen in there and wedged itself like that. It's sort of wedged behind this rotten old log down here, and like just nicely grouped there. So I kind of feel that that isn't a random event. And I'm here now, I don't know what to think. I've sort of made a mental kind of message, if you like, to them that I'm going to stop and have lunch at some point, and leave some stuff for them, so perhaps it should be here, I don't know, it feels a bit early for lunch for me. I'll let you know if I find anything else. Okay, cheers. They've been battering the rhododendron population around here. You can see they've been thinning it out, I guess, just to stop it from taking over too much. It's a pretty rampant shrub. But yeah, I've come across several pockets of it that have, you can see another one over there, they've just been taken right back, so a lot of it's been cut and left just to decay, I suppose. And that seems to be all over the place, which is fair enough. I'm standing between 2 patches of that now, and just sort of standing around getting my senses, and just noticed there's a group of small pines here that have, you can see them, one there, big one there, small one there that's seems to have come off. Sorry about the shaky video. Small ones, can't raise my finger, come off the top of that one, sort of 10 feet up, and 4 more smaller ones there, sort of 9 feet. 3, 1, 2, 3 there. They've all had the tops snapped off, which is kind of interesting. Now, obviously, that's pretty unprofessional forest management. Could have been the wind. Seems a bit odd that, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would have gone in the wind all together in a group. The fallen broken bits are all sort of pointing in towards the rhododendron, so it just struck me as, I felt that it kind of looked like a demonstration of frustration to me, in a way. It could be just, you know, I could be completely wrong, but I thought it was worth recording anyway and putting out there, so there we go. I have to say it's very quiet. I don't feel like there's much going on, activity. I know it's middle of winter, but I don't feel much today. I've left some food for them in a couple of places, just to maintain the relationship, really, if there is one indeed. I haven't been up here for a while, so I thought I'd back a few offerings. I sort of feel like I've been following snaps and various other sign, and it sort of feels like I've been directed in a way, maybe to here. I don't know. But anyway, I'll switch off for now, and I'll let you know if anything else crops up. Here's a weird one for you. I have to back up a bit, sorry. I've got two pinned arches there. They're pinned by a top part of a pine tree that's possibly off that. I suspect it's off that one. I sort of find it hard to imagine that it would happen to pin those two on its way down. That's quite a coincidence, isn't it? It's just got the tips of those two. I think they're birch saplings. So, you know, really, would that happen? I don't know. What do you think? Okay. Out in the woods behind where I live at the moment. Nice clear December day. Stumbled across this weird little structure. Sticks neatly lent into that little crotch of a tree there. Interesting little X there. I'll let you know if I find anything else. This one just jumped out at me at the edge of the wood, overlooking a golf course. I could see this sort of structure from the path. Just seems a bit strange. There's got an old rotten large log at the bottom there that may or may not have been stuck into the crotch of that tree. Got a snap limb there, bent down over the top of it. Strange twist, got a twist back on itself there. Another snap there. Various bits of what appear to be inserted timber. It just, with the twigs beyond as well, the living scrub beyond, you could say that this would make a really good blind looking out onto open golf course. There are deer around here. So whether it might be to observe deer or humans or both, just thought I'd throw that idea out there. If you can make that out, that to me looks like it's been woven together at some point in its life. Certainly the thicker branch looks like it's been twisted over back on itself, and then this smaller branch bent the other way. I'm getting a bit closer so you can see it, but the smaller branches appear to be twisted together one way and then the opposite way to form a sort of loop, which is a bit weird. Kind of basket weave effect. Interesting.